I just put together in my head how I want to do this. In the Baptist church, um, all right, we would, or how it's exposed, uh, give testament. You know what I'm saying? Does anybody like to stand up and give testament, or just over here to the pastor, or to anybody? You go to it. Give testament, your thoughts and ideas and witness and such, inspirational or not. Such give testament. And then I kept thinking as I'm wanting to talk about this. Okay, here we go. My mom, Guyman, Oklahoma, her family, so 50s and 60s stuff, religion, church, God, a member, Oklahoma. El Dorado, Kansas, 50s, 60s, because I left there, like 64, 5, 6, somewhere. You got to understand Kansas, that period of time, God, religion, pretty heavy. Pretty heavy. You got poor people, farmers, workers. I don't like religion, that word, but God, such. So I had that exposure stuff, but it wasn't like we lived, and I remember going to church, da da da. We lived in Enterprise, Alabama, next to the abandoned drive-in, about 200 yards behind us, which was outside the town. There was a church, rather large, white, that because I'm standing in not our backyard, it's a rental. Listening to the church, the music and stuff, and they were all non-white people. You know what I'm saying? And that'd be like, say, we'll go 1969. Can you imagine? And I'm like this, and the people I'm with, they're not about God at all. My mom, stepdad, such. But I go over there. Many. I just walk over there. They're getting out, and I talk to them, and they said, "Oh man, it was just so friendly." So I came back, told my mom about it, and me and my sisters went over there one Sunday. Not them, not my mom. We just, went over there and had. I don't remember the services or nothing, but I remember it was a really cool experience. So we'll skip way ahead because I'd probably say that's the last time ever I was in a church or around God fearing, feeling people. And then when I was in basic training, or not basic, Lowry Air Force Base, uh, I don't know about what Sunday, but every Sunday you could get on a bus and they would take, they had I don't know if they had a base church, but you get on this bus and they would take you to a local church. And you dress in your not full dress blues, the light blues, and your, oh God, anyway, you wore your blues. And myself and two or three other airmen, I remember I think it was a Baptist church or type. And we were sitting there, and the preacher was a preaching and stuff, and he was looking at like us three airmen because we stood out. And I remember, almost teared up, listening to what he was saying and such. That was probably the last time I was in church there, or anything with God things. Um, um, many years later, late 80s, probably early 90s, my very best friend Rob comes up to me, and we're motorcycle enthusiasts stuff. We got our own. We don't live in your world. I mean, we do, but. And he goes, "Hey, Bobby, me and Mosquito, we went to this church, and dude, they take people like us. And I was pretty impressed that my friend, who I knew very well then, I know him way well. I mean, gosh dang. So I gathered up my family and we went to this church, the Orangeville Southern Baptist Church. Pastor Bob Anders. So I look up on my wall here because I put it up there, my baptism certificate. So got baptized, held a poo-poo at my wife and daughter's head and said, "You're going to get baptized." I figured that's the right thing to do. You know what I mean? How to make a funny there. So anyway, we got baptized. We'd been going to church for a while. Man, I really dug the message, and stuff. Pastor Bob talked a lot about Jesus and the message. And then, when you go to Sunday morning, what time did we go? Like 9:30, 10, I think, or something, 10:30, for Bible study and stuff. And it'd be things, or not things, people, because it's a very small church. Dude, I doubt if there was 50, 60 people on a given, day, but got involved. Really digging it. It's a better path than I was on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really trying to take it in. I won't go to my whole experience, not about the church, but accepting God and Jesus Christ and that kind of thing. I had to let go of some hatred because I had some hatred for the world or people, things. I had to let that go to let that love, and then I had to learn to love, not just. But anyway, and I still am. I know I'm 7 minutes and people's attention span, so I'm going there to say this. Got involved with the church, got on the church council. In other words, the leadership of the church, things. And they were all old people. Old people. I can't say. I think 60s and above, easily. More like 70s and above. There were like 10, 12 sort of people, that were the church council. And I was involved enough, and I said, oh my God, something I'd like to do. And I did. I was on there 1-2 years, something. And the first thing that I took notice of was about the church council and it's part of their duties as far as, was the money issues and where the money was going and such. And the church was getting paid for attendance. In other words, if there were 300 members and something, they got monies and, support from the Southern Baptist such. That's how I understood it. I thought, oh, that's okay. Right on, da-da-da-da. Well, their biggest beef, Fred, the senior, he wasn't a pastor, whatever. But anyway, was that Pastor Bob was in the, I believe it was Air Force Reserve, and he would have to go duties there, at times. And he fulfilled his church duties, but it bowed him up that he got another, I don't know what the money figure was. They're saying, like they pay him $40-some thousand, and why does he have to go there? And I'm looking at him, like an Air Force veteran, like, really? And what, is he failing in something? No. But it was a money, whatever. And this head, Fred, was trying to get, rid of Pastor Bob. And then Pastor Bob fell into some bad manure and did some gray area things, and it happened to be Fred's daughter-in-law. That was like, oh, shit. And it ain't as bad as you thought. Pastor Bob was counseling Fred's son and daughter-in-law, and they were in their 30s or better. They ain't youngsters. And Pastor Bob bought the lady some lingerie or something, and it was just, not right. I mean, he didn't try to, but, not right. And of course, it all came out. All right. And Fred already had an axe to grind, right? Dude, he wouldn't let it go. Pastor Bob said, I messed up, and the church voted. We voted, we forgive you. We know you messed up, dude, but, we're all, and that was part of the neat thing about the churches. We're just human. We're going to make mistakes. I'm going to fall off the wagon. I'm going to try to get back. I want to be on that path, though, right? Fred wouldn't let it go. Dude. And the people in the church were wanting to let it go. Like, we resolved it. We voted. We're going to keep him. It's good. And to make a long story short, like, one day Fred's up there and, his part of the speech or stuff, and he has a bag with him, Dylan's bag, but it wasn't Dylan's. Safeway, up on the podium, and then we're going, and he's got the underwear, the whatever lingerie that from 6 months ago, trauma, and people and myself were like, dude, we're done with this. We are so done. And I bailed. Yeah. Money was his overwhelming. And then when Pastor Bob messed up, ooh, dude. Yeah. I see that a long time ago, that's just one of the things that just turned me off about. And I realized most people ain't looking for the path. Like Olstein and the Billy, or what is his name, Hine guy, doing healings. And I'm thinking, and when we got to Southern California in '80, they had the Crystal Palace down there. And that wasn't about healings and stuff, but money. Everything was about money. And I'm thinking Jesus and the money thing and tripping over the tables, money changers and stuff. And his message wasn't about the rewards aren't here on earth, you're in heaven. And I'm thinking, what, anybody that's on that path, associating here, I want to sing about God and but I'm going to get, I need you some, send me some money. Or I got something to sell. I got, whatever. Dude. That's sort of the point of it. The thing I want to say. For me, personally, the first time you're talking about money, and the churches are real big about tithe and paying. And no, I don't do that. Yeah. We all have our own path, I believe, that's my thoughts. My path isn't yours. You know what I'm saying? You don't have my memories, thoughts, idea, life experiences. I certainly don't have yours, But money isn't a place of common God, Jesus message, anything, That's a man thing, or a human thing, human value. I don't see how God would have any, my own thoughts, any of money. You know what I'm saying? You don't see in where he, created the world and said, oh, here's the dollar bill. There you go. Y'all be happy now. I'm making fun. But now, somebody got something to sell. My thoughts and ideas and what I learned of it, you know, everything about Muhammad, Jesus, Buddha things, the message is nothing about monetary wealth, such. When people, pastors especially, get up there, not necessarily we need funds, but you know how it goes, you know. All right, it's a long video. I don't know I could post all of it. God bless everybody. It's just my thoughts and ideas and my very limited knowledge of experience.